So, good evening, everyone. We shortly begin our evening ceremony. Today we recite in English. Freezing to death, we do not skin. Starving to death, we not beg. Dying of poverty, we ask for nothing. We accord of conditions, we do not change. We do not change, we accord of conditions. We do firmly to three great principles. Renounce our lives so the Buddha's work. We mold our destinies as a basic duty. Rectify life to fulfill Sangha's role and conduct specific matters to understand the principles. Understanding principles we apply to specific matters. We carry on a single pulse of the better as my transmission. Ask myself, do I fight? Ask myself, am I greedy? Ask myself, do I seek? Ask myself, am I selfish? Ask myself to pursue personal advantage. Ask myself, do I lie? Ask myself, do I eat only 1 meal a day? Ask myself, do I always wear my precept sash? The strong traditions of the Sigiri city of 10,000 Buddhas, and no one can change them. Incense in the Sena is burning high. All the Dharma and receives the fragrance. Brahma Sivas of Buddhas, all in hell is witness. Nari, every blaze of speeches clouds of Piriya. I are sincere intentions thus fulfill. As all Buddhas right now show their perfect body. I namo it that's cloud Abhiyaivo Bodhisattva I'm a sattva I namo it Plagir Abhiyaivo Bodhisattva I ma Aizadva I namo Splaucero Obiaivo Bodhisattva I ma Asattva. Namo Sivas Lotus Blue Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Namo Sivas Blue Lotus Blue Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Namo Sivas Lotus Blue Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. The Sutra of the Buddha's teaching on Amitabha. Thus I've heard, once the Buddha Shakyamuni was staying in a Jeta grove beyond the Pantika's Parga Shravasti. 1,250 members of the Bhikshu Sangha had gathered with him, all of them Imantarats, known for their higher knowledge. Elder Shariputra was there with other great disciples, such as Mahamadhyana, Mahakashyapa, Mahagadayana, Mahakashtila, Rivadashundipandaga, Nanda Nanda, Rahula Gavanpati, Pindala Bradavaja, Kaladin Mahagabina, Bakula Naniruddha, the Bodhisattvas, Mahasattvas were also there. Dharma Prince Manjushri, Bodhisattva Jita, Bodhisattva Gandhastin, Bodhisattva Nidugda, and so forth, together with Shakrachief among Devas, as well as multitudes for all the heavens. Just the Buddha spoke to other Shariputra, saying west of here, beyond trillions of Buddha's lands, there's the land called utmost happiness. In that land, in this very moment, a Buddha named Amitabha is teaching the Dharma. Shariputra, why is the land called utmost happiness? The beings of this land never suffer, they're always happy, and so this land is called utmost happiness. Moreover, Shariputra, this land of utmost happiness is surrounded by 7 tiers of railings, and 7 layers of netting, and 7 rows of trees. All of them form from 4 kinds of treasures. For the reason this land is called utmost happiness. Moreover, Shariputra, the pools of this land are made of 7 treasures, and 5th water endowed with 8 fine qualities. Golden sand lines the bottom of every pool, and each is surrounded by stairways made of gold, silver, vidura, and crystal. There are pavilions adorned with gold, silver, and vidura, crystal, gram clamshells, rubies, and carnelian. Lotus flowers, large kiss, wheels these pools. The blue flowers shine with blue light. The yellow flowers shine with yellow light. The red flowers shine with red light. And the white flowers shine with white light. They are wondrous, fragrant, and pure. Shariputra, the land of utmost happiness is adorned with fine qualities. Shariputra, in the Buddha lands always celestial music playing, and the ground is paved with gold. 6 times a day, a rain of celestial mandava flowers falls. Early in the morning, beings in this land gather the wondrous flowers that falls off their robes, and make offerings to trillions of Buddhas in other lands. And mealtime, they return, eat their meal, and walk in meditation. Shariputra, the land of utmost happiness adorned with fine qualities. Shariputra, there are also many colorful wondrous birds in that land. White crags, peacocks, parrots, egrets, calavikas, and birds with 2 heads. 6 times a day, these birds sing in elegant harmony. They proclaim the teachings, such as the 5 spiritual faculties, The eight five strengths and seven factors of awakenings, and the noble eightfold path. And when the beings of this land hear this bird sing, they grow mindful of the Buddha, mindful of the Dharma, and mindful of the Sangha. Shariputra, do not say this birth has been born to their misdeeds, and why in the land there's three paths of misery do not exist. Even the names of this path are unknown there. Rather, Buddha Amitabha creates this birth by transformation, so that the Dharma can widely heard. Shariputra, in the Buddha and the gentle breeze blows a rose of Jew trees and Jew nets, making wonder sounds, as if hundreds of thousands of musical instruments were playing harmony. All who hear the sounds naturally grow mindful of the Buddha, mindful of the Dharma, and mindful of the Sangha. Shariputra, this Buddha has adorned these fine qualities. Shariputra, why is the Buddha named Amitabha? That Buddha's boundless light shone all the lands without the 10 directions. Nothing can obstruct it. That's why it's called Amitabha. Shariputra, that Buddha's life, the lives of the beings of his land, lasts through infinite many kasamkaya kalpas. That is why the Buddha is also called Amitayus. 10 great kalpas have already gone by since he became a Buddha. Shariputra, among the disciples of this Buddha, the infinite many years of the teaching. All of them are huts, their numbers are beyond counting. The Bodhisattva's assembly also uncountable. Shariputra, the Buddha land adorned with fine qualities. Shariputra, beings who are born in the land of utmost happiness, who never retreat on the path of awakening. Many will become Buddhas in their next life. Their numbers are beyond counting, and one can only speak of them as limitless, boundless, and incountable. Shariputra, beings who hear this should bow to be born there, and joy with this good people. Shariputra, beings with few blessings, virtues, and roots of goodness, cannot be born there. Therefore, Shariputra, good man or woman who hear about Buddha Amitabha, should always call his name with no other thoughts. By doing this for 1 day, 2, 3 days, or 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, as long as 7 days, when they approach the end of their lives, Buddha Amitabha will appear at the front of them, together with gathering of sages. When their lives come to an end, this people's mind will be clear, and will be born in Buddha Amitabha's land of utmost happiness. Shariputra, because I see these good results, I want to know about them. Oh, here the Buddha should wake up, vow to be born in that land. Shariputra, just I know, praise the inconceivable merit and virtue of Buddha Amitabha. In the world today is the Buddha Akshobhya, Buddha Sumeru banner, Buddha great Sumeru, Buddha Sumeru's light, Buddha wondrous voice, and others such as these, as many as the grand saints of the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the Harmaka wide along down, that covers a large billion world system, and he speaks these truthful words. All living beings should believe in the sutra, co-praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra, in the worlds to the south, the Buddha light of the sun and moon, Buddha light of renown, Buddha great blazing shoulders, Buddha lamp of Sumeru, Buddha limitless vigor, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the Harmaka word along down, that covers large billion world system, and he speaks these truthful words. All living beings should believe in this sutra, co-praising inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra, in the worlds to the west, their Buddha limitless lifespan, Buddha limitless hallmarks, Buddha infinite banner, Buddha great light, Buddha great brilliance, Buddha treasure hallmarks, Buddha light of purity, and others such as this, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the Harmaga what along down, that covers large billion word system, and he speaks these truthful words. All living beings should believe in the sutra, co-praising conceivable qualities of this Buddha land, and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra in the walls to the north, there Buddha blazing shoulders, Buddha excellent voice, Buddha invulnerable, Buddha born of the sun, Buddha nets of light, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the Harmaga while alone down, the covered large billion word system, and he speaks these truthful words. All living beings should believe in this sutra, co-praising conceivable qualities of this Buddha land, and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra in the worlds below, there Buddha lion, Buddha renowned, Buddha light of renown, Buddha Dharma banner, Buddha Dharma practice, and others such as this, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the Harmagawad alone down, the current large billion word system, and he speaks these truthful words. All living beings should believe in this sutra, co-praising conceivable qualities of this Buddha land, and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra in the worlds above, there Buddha Brahma voice, Buddha king of constellations, Buddha superior fragrance, Buddha light and fragrance, Buddha great blazing shoulders, Buddha body adorned with colorful jewel flowers, Buddha king of salad trees, Buddha jewel flower for virtue, Buddha revealing all meanings, and Buddha like Mount Sumeru, and others such as this, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the Harmagawad along down, that covers large billion word system, and he speaks these truthful words. All living beings should believe in this sutra, co-praising conceivable qualities of this Buddha land, and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra, what do you think? Why is this sutra called the protection and care of all Buddhas? Shariputra, the Buddha will protect and keep in mind any man or woman who hears this sutra, accepts it and upholds it, and who hears the names of all these Buddhas. They will never retreat on the path to unsuppressed perfect awakening. Therefore, Shariputra, all you should believe and accept my words, and what all Buddhas teach. Shariputra, he already made a vow to be born in the Buddha Amitabha's land. Or now make that vow, or make that vow, or certain to never retreat on the path to unsuppressed perfect awakening, and will be born, now be born, or now be born in that land. Therefore, Shariputra, good man or good woman who have faith, should make the vow, I will be born in that land. Shariputra, just like now praising inconceivable merit and virtue of all these Buddhas, they also praise my inconceivable merit and virtue, saying Buddha Shakyamuni. That's what is difficult to do, especially in the Saga world during evil time, the five trivialities, the tributary of the Kalpa, the tributary of wrong views, the tributary of afflictions, the tributary of living beings, the tributary of lifespans. Amid of this Buddha Shakyamuni has realized and suppressed perfect awakening, and for the saint of living beings, he explained this teaching, which beings in the world are to believe. Shariputra should know that the evil time the five trivialities. I have done what is ours to do. I have realized and suppressed perfect awakening, and for all beings explained this teaching, which is difficult to believe. This is truly difficult. When the Buddha had finished teaching the sutra, Shariputra and the bhikshus, as well as the Buddhas, Devas, humans, Asuras, and others, rejoice, believe, and accept all that heard. They bow in reverence and departed. And of the sutra of the Buddha's teaching on Amitabha. Namo Amitabha Yedodo Jido Yedori Yeda Amiridobo Amirido Zidanbo Pi Amirido Bij Vijarando Gemini Jajana Jito Jari Sopo Namo Amidopo Yedodo Jedo Yedori Yeta Amiridopo Amirido Zidan Bobi Amirido Bijaran Amirido Bijarando Gemini Jajana Jito Jari Sopo Mo Amidopo Yedodo Jedo Yedori Yeta Amiridopo Amiri do zidan bobi, amiri do bijaran, amiri do bijaran do jemiri jejeno judo jari zabo, namo amido po yedo do jedo yedo dieda amiri do po. Bobi amiri do bijaran, di amiri do bijaran, jemiri jejeno judo jari zo. Oh, Mokshan offering. Wishing now to understand all the Buddhas of the three times. Contemplate the Dharma realm. All things are created from mind. Wishing now to understand all the Buddhas of the three times. Contemplate the Dharma realm. All things are created from mind. Wishing now to understand all the Buddhas of the three times contemplate the Dharma hinted from mine. Angelari is a bo, Angelari is a bo, Angelari is a bo. Namo bobo riri jeri dori dando yedo. Namo bobo riri jeri dori dando yedo. Namo bobo riri. Ansandola Jido Zabo, Ansandola Jido Zabo, Ansandola Jido Zabo. Namo Buddha's flower garden sutra of the great expanded teachings. Namo Buddha's flower garden sutra of the great expanded teachings. Namo Buddha's flower garden sutra of the great expanded teachings. Namo Buddhas of the ten directions waiting for all time. Namo Dharma of the ten directions waiting for all time. Namo Sangha of the ten directions waiting for all time. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, founder and teacher of us all. Namo Bodhisattva of compassion, Guanxin. Namo Restore Bodhisattva, who rescues those in life and death. Namo Honor One Ananda, who stated all the teachings. Namo Buddhas of the ten directions, dwelling for all time. Directions dwelling for all time. Namo Sangha of the ten directions, dwelling for all time. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, founder and teacher of us all. Namo Bodhisattva of compassion, Sattva, who rescues those in life and death. Namo Honor One Ananda, who stated all the teachings. Namo Buddhas of the ten directions, dwelling for all time. Namo Dharma of the ten directions, dwelling for all time. Namo Sangha of the ten directions, dwelling for all time. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, founder and teacher of us all. Namo Bodhisattva of compassion, Guanxin. Namo Restore Bodhisattva, who rescues those in life and death. Namo Honor One Ananda, who stated all the teachings. We take refuge with the Buddha, we take refuge with the Dharma, we take refuge with the Sangha, we take refuge with the Buddha, unsurpassably perfect one. We take refuge with the Dharma, honor, teaching, castu, and desire. We take refuge with the Sangha, honor among all the multitudes. Now we've taken refuge with the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. With the Buddha, we take refuge with the Dharma, We take refuge with the Sangha. We take refuge with the Buddha, underpass the doubly perfect one. We take refuge with the Dharma, honor teaching us to and desire. We take refuge with the Sangha, honor among all the multitudes. Now we've taken refuge with the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. We take refuge with the Buddha. We take refuge with the Dharma. We take refuge with the Sangha. We take refuge with the Buddha, honor as the doubly perfect one. We take refuge with the Dharma, honor teaching us to earn desire. We take refuge with the Sangha, honor among all the multitudes. Now we've taken refuge with the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. Buddhist karma done by body, speech, and mind, fruit and craving, anger and delusion from beginner's time. Now repent the toll of this sentient beings, karma done by body, speech, and mind, fruit and craving, anger and delusion from beginner's time. Sentient beings now repent the toll of this lonely spirits, karma done by body, speech, and mind, fruit and craving, anger and delusion from beginner's time. Now repented all of these countless beings I now vow to save, limitless afflictions I now vow to end, limitless dharmas I now vow to learn, fearless Buddhahood I vow to realize, countless beings I now vow to save, limitless afflictions I now vow to end, boundless dharmas I now vow to learn, fearless Buddhahood I vow to realize, countless beings I now vow to save, limitless afflictions I now vow to end, boundless dharmas I now vow to learn, fearless Buddhahood I vow to realize, beings of my nature I now vow to say, all afflictions of my nature I now vow to end. Now vow to learn, Buddhahood my nature I now vow to realize, beings of my nature I now vow to say, all afflictions of my nature I now vow to end, dharmas of my nature I now vow to learn, Buddhahood my nature I now vow to realize, beings of my nature I now vow to say, all afflictions of my nature I now vow to end, dharmas of my nature I now vow to learn, Buddhahood my nature I now vow to realize. An bola moring doring sapo. An bola moring doring sapo. An bola moring doring sapo. An aruraji sapo. An aruraji sapo. An aruraji sapo. An bobori jedori rando yedoye. An bobori jedori rando yedoye. An bobori jedori rando yedoye. An sanmeye zatoan. An sanmeye zatoan. An sanmeye zatoan. Namo savarando yedo varajadi an sanbolai. Sanbolai yo. Namo savarando yedo varajadi an sanbolai. Sanbolai yo. Namo savarando yedo varajadi an sanbolai. Sanbolai yo. Namo solo boye rando yedo yeda da an solo solo. Bolai zulu zabo. Namo zulu boye dando yedo yeda didan. Zulu zulu. Bolai zulu zabo. Namo zulu boye dando yedo yeda didan. Zulu. Bolai zulu zabo. Wan 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 wan. Ah wan 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 wan. Ah wan 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 wan. Namo Zanmando Mudona Nanwan. Namo Zanmando Mudona Nanwan. Namo Zanmando Mudona Nanwan. Namo many Joes da da gata. Namo Pilas Joes da da gata. Namo wonders from da da gata. Namo vasa expensive from da da gata. Da gata. Namo sweet king da da gata. Namo Amida da da gata. Namo many Joes da da gata. Namo Pilas Joes da da gata. Wonders from da da gata. Namo vast expensive from Tathagata. Far from view Tathagata. Namo Amitabha Gata, Namo many Joes da Gata, Namo Pillars Jo da Gata, Namo wonders from da Gata, Namo vast expensive from da Gata, Namo far from view da Gata, Namo sweet king da Gata, Namo Amitabha Gata. May this mantras bless this purest Dharma food, even to all Buddhists many as the Ganges and may they be content renouncing all degree, fleeting leaving darkness far and the pure light, taking refuge with the treasures being for the body mind, ultimately realizing and suppressed awakening. May their merit and their virtue be unbothered for all time, sharing with all Buddhist sufferings of Dharma food. May these mantras bless these gifts of Dharma food, giving to all sentient beings many as the Ganges and be content, renouncing all degrees, with leaving darkness far and the pure land, taking refuge with the treasures being for the body mind, ultimately realizing and suppressed awakening. May their merit and their virtue be unbothered for all time, sharing with all sentient beings offerings of Dharma food. May these mantras bless these droplets of sweet youth, giving to all lonely spirits many as the Ganges and may they be content, renouncing all the greed, swiftly leaving darkness far and the pure land, taking refuge with the treasures being for the body mind, ultimately realizing and suppress awakening. May their merit and their virtue be unbothered for all time, sharing with all only spirits offerings of Dharma food. To you, many faithful Buddhists, we now make this offering. May this food pervade and quarters all faithful Buddhists share. We now dedicate this merit to all beings everywhere, giving food to faithful Buddhists so you realize Buddhahood. To you, many sentient beings, we now make this offering. May this food pervade and quarters all lonely. Giving food to sentient beings, so you realize Buddhahood. To you, many lonely spirits, we now make this offering. May this food pervade and quarters of all lonely spirits share. We now dedicate this merit to all beings everywhere, giving food to lonely spirits, so you realize Buddhahood. Unmuliring Zabo, unmuliring Zabo. An muriring zabo, an yenan zambo apatelayo, an yenan zambo apatelayo, an yenan zambo apatelayo. The heart of Prajna Paramita Sutra, When Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara was practicing the profound Prajna Paramita, illuminate the five skandhas and so they are empty, and he crossed beyond all suffering and difficulty. Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. Form itself is emptiness. Emptiness itself is form. So too are feeling, cognition, formation, and consciousness. Shariputra, all dharmas are empty of characteristics. They are not produced, nor destroyed, nor defiled, not pure, and they neither increase nor diminish. Therefore, in emptiness there is no form, feeling, cognition, formation, or consciousness. No eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, or mind. No signs, sound, smell, states, objects of touch, or dharmas. No fear of the eyes, including no fear of mind consciousness. And no ignorance or ending of ignorance after including all age and death, or ending of all age and death. There is no suffering, no creating, no extinction in no way, and no understanding and no attaining, because nothing is attained. The Bodhisattva runs on Prajna Paramita, is envying his mind. Because there is no impediment, he is not afraid, and he leaves destroyed dream thinking far behind, ultimately nirvana. All Buddhas of the three periods of time, attain Anuttarak Samyak Sambodhi, runs on Prajna Paramita. Therefore know that Prajna Paramita is a great spiritual mantra, a great bright mantra, supreme mantra, an unequal mantra. Can remove all suffering and genuine not false. This is why the mantra of Prajna Paramita was spoken. Recite like this. Gate Gate Paragate Parasam Gate Bodhisvaha. End of the heart of Prajna Paramita Sutra. Namo Amitabha Yedodo Jido Edari Eda Hamiridobo Amirido Zidan Bobi Amirido Bijaran Amirido Bijaran Do Jemiri Jejano Jido Jari Zobo Namo Amitabha Yedodo Jido Edari Ed Amiridobo Amirido Zidan Bobi Amirido Bijaran Amirido Bijarando Jemiri Jejano Jido Jari Zobo Namo Amidobo Yedodo Jido Dodi Eda Amirido Bobi Amirido Zidanbo Amirido Bijarandi Amirido Bij Jejano Jido Jari Zobo. May all the four kinds of beings reach the jewel land, and the beings of all three realms be born from all those blooms. May all the myriad ghosts attain the threefold worthiness, and the countless angels descend the 10 grounds. Amitabha's body is the color of gold, splendor of his armor has no peer. The light of his brow shines round an hungry world. White as the seas are his eyes, pure and clear, shining in his brilliance by transformation. Countless bodhisattvas and infinite Buddhas, his 48 vows will be our liberation. 9 lotus stages we reach the farthest shore. Homage to the Buddha of the Western Pure Land. Kind and compassionate Amitabha. Homage to the Buddha of the Western Pure Land. Kind and compassionate Amitabha. Homage to the Buddha of the Western Pure Land. Kind and compassionate Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Amitabha. Amitabha, 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 Amitabha. Bowing respect to the venerable master. Conclude our evening ceremony. I wish you all good rest of the evening and night. Also, in the 15 minutes, we're making sure we'll be lecturing on Avatamsaka Sutra like every Saturday and start 7:30 California time in the same channel, Dharma Live. Also, another announcements at least for a week, even longer, well, at least for a week, we'll just stream the morning ceremony. And given our circumstances here, we're not able to stream the evening practice at 6:30. So we take a break from evening practices, but we still maintain our morning service, 5 a.m. So see you tomorrow, 5 a.m. Amitabha.